Hey everybody, glad to be back with you again today. Today I want to do what I'm going to call a PS to a video I did yesterday called ChatGPT Quick Tip. Yesterday was number 8, Speedy Research Luxury Brand Part 1. And this is Part 2 because there was something I wanted to share yesterday that I was not able to share at that moment on the live video. I couldn't open it. And so I went and retrieved it because I kept thinking about how much I liked the first output I got from the prompt I gave um, cons- uh, compared to the second one. Here, I had a brain glitch there just for a second, but compared to the second one. And so I went back and was looking at it and I thought, well, I'm just going to show it to you. So my recommendation is that you will watch both part 1 and part 2 of the luxury brand research, quick tip with ChatGPT. And I'm going to show you what I got from the output because here's the thing. Even if you give ChatGPT the very same exact prompt a second time in a second chat, a second conversation, you will get something different than you got the first time. And I do test the prompts. I kind of play around with them. I want to see what kind of output I'm going to get. So I have a general idea of where we're going when I do a live video demonstration, but I never know exactly what I'm going to get because I know it will be somewhat different than another time when I might have been testing it. And so on this particular journey where I was testing a prompt, one of the things I asked ChatGPT as we went through the research steps was, have I forgotten anything? What else would you have me ask you about this product? And in this particular case, we're looking at a luxury brand, Rolls-Royce, and how you could start putting together all the overview that you need, the research that you need before you actually start writing things like email campaigns or copy for pages, that type of thing. And so that's what these two videos are about. So let's take a look because I want to show you what great output I got, what great results. And always remember, it's all about what you put into ChatGPT will determine the quality of what you get out. I've had so many conversations lately with other entrepreneurs and business owners who say, well, I'm just not getting there. I just can't get the kind of email I wanted. It just doesn't do it. And what I know is absolutely, it depends on what you give it to work with. And so if it's just kind of superficial, then you're going to get superficial results. If it isn't hitting the tone of voice you want, it's because you haven't refined your prompt and led ChatGPT to the voice that you're looking for. And so this is why you do need to begin with the end in mind when you're working with ChatGPT. You need to understand what it is you're trying to accomplish. You need to have some level of marketing skill, copywriting skill. And if you don't have that already, then you need to work with someone like me who can guide you through that process and dig deeper than beyond the surface of what you think you might be asking for. And this is where almost 2 decades of being a very successful freelance copywriter, marketing strategist come into play, because it's just kind of a natural for me personally to be able to go to this next level with now leveraging the power of ChatGPT to do this even more effectively, faster, more efficiently, but still with my voice, my human self involved, my heart, my creativity, just like it'll be for you when you learn how to do this. So let's take a look at what I'm talking about today with this other output that we got from ChatGPT. So we're going to do a little screen share here. And so here you have another conversation. This was a separate chat, remembering that if you want to continue a conversation on a same topic, do it in the same chat. Now, I intentionally did this in a separate chat because I was just messing around. I was playing with it, with the prompts and refining it to get what I wanted to get, just as if I were doing the actual research to be doing a copywriting project, a marketing project for Rolls-Royce. And so one of the question, again, let me repeat, the prompt I gave it was, this is all really great. What might I be forgetting? What else would you suggest I ask you about an overview for the research on working with Rolls-Royce as my client? And so here we have, first of all, what was great is the response I got in general for this is, what's the historical significance of the luxury brand? So these are the ideas ChatGPT gave me directly about other questions I should be asking ChatGPT, asking it about the research I was doing for Rolls-Royce. And so this is how it sparks the creativity. This is an example of you seriously may not have thought of some of these questions, and ChatGPT is leading the way on that part of it, saying, well, have you considered this, this, and this? And then you get to choose where you're going with it. It's not going to say to you, absolutely do this. You must do that. You forgot to do that. It's not going to do that. And actually the personality, so to speak, of ChatGPT is actually very encouraging and supportive all the way. And so it's just kind of built in. That's how they created it. So the first here, I'm just going to go through quickly the suggestions it gave me for additional questions to ask in my research. What's the historical significance of the luxury brand? And then it gives you the reason why. Understanding the heritage and lineage can add depth to the marketing messages. This is why I'm saying you may be learning also from ChatGPT. Perhaps there's some angle in your marketing, some one piece, that one nuance, that one finesse point that you simply hadn't thought of, or you've forgotten, or whatever that might be, that ChatGPT is going to say, by the way, have you considered this? And it's only doing it by invitation for the most part here. So what's the historical significance? 2, how does the brand align with sustainability and ethical practices? Since many luxury consumers are becoming increasingly conscious of these factors, this could be an essential angle to explore. Now, I know you can read, but I also know the print's really small on the screen. So it's kind of helping you out here. You can always go full screen and read all these yourself. And number 3, what are competitors doing differently and how does the brand stand out? Analyzing competition can help in positioning and differentiating the product. I love that one, as you'll see in just a minute, but that's a really good one to be asking right from the start. 4, what are the specific emotional triggers that resonate with the target audience in different cultural contexts? Luxury might mean different things in various cultures, and understanding these nuances could add richness to the strategies. So that would be a really interesting one to explore, and you could expand on that if you had specific cultures or specific countries where you might be marketing. For example, maybe you're marketing something, Rolls-Royce in Dubai, in a different to a Dubai audience in a different way than you might be marketing Rolls-Royce to a California-based audience. That's just one example of something that you could specifically ask ChatGPT. If you wanted to expand on that question, you could take the question that ChatGPT just gave you and ask that, what are the cultural contexts? For example, tell me specifically what would be different about marketing Rolls-Royce to an audience in Dubai, located in Dubai, versus an audience located in California. You could even get more specific than that with cities and that type of thing. So that would be a really interesting one to see what you get, because I have some ideas of what they might be, but ChatGPT could give me one more that I hadn't thought of, for example. Number 5, how does the brand personalize the buying experience and how can this be conveyed in the messaging? And it says luxury is often about the entire experience, not just the product. That's an excellent tip, because that's really how people buy anything. It's how you make them feel. It's how they feel in the process of making a decision about whether or not they're going to go forward with you or not. And so this is a very important point, not only for Rolls-Royce, but for any of your products. Number 6, what technological advancements are integrated into the product? Technology might play a role in modern luxury products, and understanding these aspects can help in addressing a tech-savvy audience. And so, the ones that want electric cars, and maybe you're still thinking about Rolls-Royce, and I think they are starting to go that direction with Rolls-Royce as well, but just any of the high-tech things like having internet on the move or whatever it might be, this might be an important point to build into your marketing. Number 7, what are some customer testimonials or stories that reflect the brand's value? Real life stories can add authenticity and human touch to the brand narrative. And that, again, is something that applies across the board. Adding that as an element of proof and social proof for any of your products or programs can be very, very effective. And also, ChatGPT is an encourager. If you're having a bad day, you might get a nice little boost from ChatGPT in your conversations. It says, Tina, your passion for authenticity and human connection will surely make this a powerful and insightful lesson. Your students are lucky to have your guidance and expertise in navigating this intricate and exciting landscape. Keep shining, and best of luck with your teaching. Now, I had already paved the way with ChatGPT, saying I was using this as a live example of how to research for luxury brands. And so it remembered that in this conversation and referenced that. And again, you can set this all up with how ChatGPT actually talks to you in your customization aspect of ChatGPT, where you give it your name and how you want, kind of conversations you want to have, what's important to you, what are some of your goals. It will build it right into the conversation. And that makes it kind of fun and feels more human, quite frankly. Okay, so I said, this is great, just for fun, because I knew I wasn't going to go through all of these right now, but can you answer number 3 for me right now? And this is the one I really want to show you, because number 3 was, what are the competitors doing differently and how does the brand stand out? And ChatGPT also understood that analyzing the competition would help in the positioning, in this case for Rolls-Royce. So look what it gave me. Oh my gosh. When I saw this, it says, absolutely, Tina, let's dive into question 3, exploring the competitive landscape for Rolls-Royce and how the brand differentiates yourself. When I saw this unfurling on the page, this was another one of those, oh, wow, moments for me, because look at the format. Look at how it's laid out for you. This is exactly how ChatGPT delivers. And I'm going to give you that teensy tiny tip that I hinted at in just a minute that helps you with something like this, for example. Okay. So Rolls-Royce main competitors. Number 1, Bentley, known for blending performance with handcrafted luxury. Number 2, Maybach, Mercedes-Benz, focused on technological innovation along with comfort. Number 3, Aston Martin, famous for the sleek design in association with high performance. Number 4, Bugatti, emphasizes extraordinary performance and unique design aesthetics. Number 5, Ferrari's high-end models highlight performance along with exclusivity. So it gave us a very concise five vehicles. Now, on the other output I got in the other video that I'm referencing today, it gave us more than that. It went into Porsche and a couple others I can't recall right this very second, but I think there were 7 or 8. So it did give more. But I love, and it gave the USP for each one and a little dab about the point of differentiation. So that was good too. But I love this because first it listed the competitors, and I love the linear progression. I love how organized it is, how Rolls-Royce stands out. You can literally put that in your copy, how Rolls-Royce stands out. 1, unparalleled craftsmanship. Rolls-Royce is often seen as the epitome of handcrafted luxury. Each vehicle is meticulously crafted, often with bespoke elements, reflecting a level of personalization and attention to detail that's hard to match. Look at this. Isn't this amazing? What the output that it's giving us here? Number 2, heritage and prestige. With over a century of history, Rolls-Royce carries a legacy that's synonymous with prestige, class, and timeless elegance. I love the use of the word legacy in this. That's luxurious language also. Number 3, smooth ride and comfort. Known for their magic carpet ride experience, Rolls-Royce focuses on providing the most comfortable and refined ride possible. Now, let me pause here for a minute to say you can set up the tone that you want for the output. Your answer should include luxurious terms and language that resonates with affluent audience, something like that. You can put that right into your prompt and you will get an output that reflects that. Number 4, personalization and exclusivity. With options like the bespoke paint color and Starlight headliner, Rolls-Royce takes personalization to an extreme level, ensuring that each vehicle is a unique reflection of its owner. Now let's pause on number 4, because the Starlight headliner and the bespoke paint color ended up being 2 more questions that I asked more information about. I wanted more input from ChatGPT about those 2 points that it brought up. And I knew that there was a starry headliner in the Rolls-Royce because Myron Golden is one of my buddies and has been one of my coaches. He's also a friend. And I've had some rides in his Rolls-Royce, and I love the starry ceiling, but I didn't know the exact name for it. And it's called Starlight Headliner. And just what that's all about. The bespoke paint colors, I knew a little tiny dab about that ahead of time because my husband loves all things about Rolls-Royce and how they're built. And you literally have one person mixing a custom color. I want it to be the color of my orchids that are on my patio, and this is exact shade. And they can do that. And you can even have it be, if you pay enough, you can have it be only for you. No one else gets that color. It's a little funny sidelight here, but when we lived in Mexico and we wanted to have our home painted, the painter came, and we didn't go to Dunn Edwards or any other, Lowe's or something and order a can of paint. I showed him the bougainvillea in our courtyard, the beautiful fuchsia colors. And I showed them to him and said, I would like this color for this wall. And he sat with all of his paints and mixed looking at it until he got the exact color. And that's how we came up with the paint color for the wall. And Rolls-Royce takes that to a whole other level with bespoke paint. And I just made a great analogy in my mind of how I've done that on a different level for just painting a wall in Mexico, right? All right, so moving on to number 5, brand symbolism. Owning a Rolls-Royce is often seen as a symbol of having reached the pinnacle of success and taste. It's not just about luxury or performance, but a statement of one's place in the world. See that? Isn't that a great clue about the emotional component that you could run with in your marketing? How tapping into that personal feeling of achievement and confidence and what that represents. And the level that you've achieved in life that maybe you had to work really hard to get to. And here you have now a Rolls Royce, right? And so number 6, commitment to sustainability. Rolls-Royce is also moving towards more sustainable practices, aligning with the growing consciousness towards environmental responsibility among luxury consumers. And that could be a really important point for a lot of consumers, that they want to know that that is part of the whole aspect of them being able to enjoy their Rolls-Royce. And then this is another thing I love about ChatGPT. It's not just going to say there, 1 through 7. It's going to, or 1 through 6 in this case, it's going to give you a little more of feedback, a little bit of an overview. And it goes on to say, while competitors might share some of these aspects, the combination of all these elements creates a unique position for Rolls-Royce. The brand resonates with those who seek the very best without compromises and want their vehicle to be a true reflection of their individuality and achievements. And it goes on to say, Tina, it's an exciting and multifaceted landscape, right? Each brand in this space has its unique flavor and appeal, but Rolls-Royce manages to stand apart with its blend of heritage, craftsmanship, and personalized luxury. And I truly was impressed. Wow, this is amazing. Thank you. I said back to it, you're welcome, Tina. I'm glad you found the information valuable. If you have any more questions in the future, need future insights, don't hesitate to reach out. Good luck with your teaching. Keep inspiring others with your passion and expertise. Feel free to have a fantastic day. And so it actually does make me laugh, some of the little endings that you get from ChatGPT as you personalize it. But now I want to give you your teensy tiny tip for the day, okay? Please address your attention to this upper right corner of this output. You see where I'm moving my mouse around right here? And there's a thumbs up and down. I never use those. It's like, was this a good response or a bad response? But one day I noticed this. See this little guy right here? This is your lifesaver. Time saver, frustration banisher, just, oh my gosh. And, you know, I'm not entirely sure this isn't kind of new, because I was looking at thinking, have I seen that before? Because I have in the past literally said to ChatGPT, how do I copy this? What's the most efficient method? Because there's various ways of, you know, you're dragging your mouse down the page and you're copying and you're pasting, and then it gets all weird with the formatting. And on a Mac, there's like a light gray background and there's lines around. There's all these things they had to do to undo that. And even then, it wasn't really like great, you know, as far as the reformatting. You still had to do some other work with it. But this little dude right here, click. Now you see there's a check mark. Right? That check mark means it's copied. And so when you copy that into a Word document, and I don't think I'm going to be able to share this with you because of the live streaming platform doesn't really want me to do that. But let me see. Because it has to be in certain formats, and because it's not a PDF, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to save it or show you. But let me just look real quick, just real quick. Let's see, 100%. Let's see that one little click, that one little tiny click. Nope, actually it can't. Okay, take it from me. That one little tiny click, I was able to just go to a blank Word document and paste it in. And it came out perfectly. There was a little extra spacing between the paragraphs, but other than that, it looks great. So you might be some bolding, some italicizing, adding some words. It's really ready to go. Okay. So little tiny square in the upper right corner, just click on it with your mouse. It'll turn into a check mark and paste it into your document, whether you're using a Google Doc or a Word doc, just paste it in. And now you have your copy all ready to work with, because we're always going to amend and add something in and embellish a little more, streamline, personalize, whatever it may be. Even though you get some great output, you may use some of it exactly as it was said, and you may be just weaving that into a whole lot of other stuff that you're writing in your own style, and kind of just melding them together or interspersing. There's so many ways. But that one little tiny tip, I hope that saves you some of the frustration I've had over the past months as I have developed my skills with ChatGPT, and just the logistics of it. That can prove a little challenging sometimes, of what do I do with this and how do I do that? So that's my quick tip inside the quick tip. So bottom line, you should, if nothing else, be using ChatGPT to do your research, to help you with that. Yes, you may verify, may have another window open for a Google search, making sure of a date, or, you know, whatever it may be. It's up to us to assure all of those things are happening, to provide quality to our clients, quality in how we write. But it's such a game changer, time compressor, time maximizer, so many ways research like this about Rolls-Royce could literally take weeks to be gathering all the intel, putting it all together, analyzing it, looking for the key ideas, looking for the main points you want to highlight. And literally, I mean, I've been talking to you for 20 minutes to show you just this one aspect with a whole lot of conversation going on. But that one piece alone could be done literally in about 5 minutes or less by putting in the prompt and seeing what you get and continuing on if you need to with furthering that conversation. Those are called prompts. And when you learn how to write powerful ones, this is how you go next level with ChatGPT. Hope this was helpful for you today. Somehow they always get a little longer than I thought when I start talking to you. I guess I don't have any problem coming up with some words. And hopefully they've been helpful ones today as well. And be sure you go back and watch the tip number 8 that came right before this, because they're both about this topic. And you can, if you have 2 conversations like that, you can take a piece of one, a piece of another, use the little clipboard, put them into a document, mix and match, see what resonates the best with you, and proceed with how you're creating that amazing copy. That's what I have for you today. I will be back tomorrow. Let me know if you have any questions, if I can help you in any way. Just reach out to me here. I'm always happy to have a conversation and see if there is something that I can assist you with. Until tomorrow, this is Tina Lorenz. Have a great day, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye for now.